I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something.
Glorious. And then the truck. What would you think if when Dota first came out, and then you saw it and then Dota.
Bring out the lore right now.
I mean, I'll concede I know nothing. Anywho, the correct answer to my
all over your dumbass about the clockwork.
The tender bender that nobody will care about. In fact, it's probably like we're gonna wait for the first one to keep it out there. Play this time. The correct answer, by the way, female invoker would be on. Another idea for Val. What's the next question? Val, if you could give me 0.1% of the profit, I would be fine with that. I'd be happy with that. No problem at all. Oh, Ramses. We'll find Makoshka. Both heroes are not. Both heroes. Yeah, it's pretty freaking fast.
Oh, they're so close.
These boots. He went for the right click though.
Yeah, I feel like, well, he doesn't see anyone else, but there's definitely a chance of being able to pressure him out a little bit, especially with only tangos, no sound. Alright, so why is Fairygon's taunt the best in the game?
Which one? I told you he has 4.
I've only seen this current one that he's using right now.
Which one is it? What does he do?
It's where he dances.
Does gold come out of his hands?
Yeah, that's the one. It's the make it rain.
Make it rain. Oh. Fissure blocks these guys in a little bit along with the tree ants actually. Let's find out the Dark Hop's gonna end up getting the bounty rune. So it's gonna be an even split on the bounties. My Gyrocopter, normally speaking, is very much to be feared as a level 1 hero, but when you have this many tree ants, the Rocket Barrage is not nearly as effective. Oh, I just missed the... Yeah, that's the latest one. He has like 2 or 3 older ones.
Okay, yeah, that's the best one.
How do you know if you don't even remember what the other ones were?
If I've never seen them before, then how can I judge them?
Well, that's my point. Then you can't claim that something's the best, Brax.
It is the best.
Yeah, that's a very Trump thing to say. That's a Trumpism right there. I've never seen this before, but it's the best! I swear. No one? Hitting right click a bit. Makoshka's here. Deal a little bit of damage. Oh, actually gets the nice... Oh, Dire Courier dies.
Solo making the big plays. Man. Nobody expects the Lich to smoke ink and kill your Courier. They think he's off being useless, denying creeps forever. Not this Lich.
Solo is the kind of... He's going to be bounced back by these cogs. A little bit of space created here is FN. Dealing a lot of damage to Lil. He can actually get this first blood and he's going to walk away. Doesn't need to look at explosions. What a beast.
No one bring out the flame here. Flame of his own teammate. Well played. Jesus.
That's how they...
This game's looking like matchmaking.
I don't know. They seem to have a good rapport based on the TI escape room video.
That was such a good one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it put all the others to shame, honestly.
Yeah.
None of them are nearly as interesting.
Best one they've done in the team battle.
Pasha off lane right now. Level 2 against Chappie's Weaver. How does Weaver match up this game, just in general? Do you think it's a good game for Weaver?
Pretty good game for Weaver. The only real thing... Actually, Shaker and Bat are both... Or not Bat, sorry. Shaker and Void are both quite good against him. I mean, he's good against Bat. He's good enough against Bat to where he's actually, like, pickable. Because he can snowball off the lane heavily and prevent Bat from being able to take over in this lane. And they already have the Sphere in the off lane who's getting his levels and able to pressure pretty heavily. So, like, when Weaver just rotates down, it's pretty easy to
Nice.
No one not showing any fear, as that PMS, of course. And he has 16 CS at the moment versus 13 of FN.
You know, just saying, last time no one played Void mid lane, he lost. It was at TI.
Oh, really? Was that an elimination game by any chance?
I believe it was.
Really?
Just kind of I think it was versus LFY.
Sounds like an elimination possibility. Ghostic level 3. He has the Blightstone in his inventory. We've seen a lot of the casual Blightstones on, like, I wouldn't say the last 6 months. It's really spiked up in usage for sure.
Yeah, the old Blightstone over Venom Furion makes his laning especially strong.
Koshka is just sitting in this bot lane. He does have battery assault level 1, so could potentially find a kill.
I feel like he can definitely go for the kill, especially because he pulled Ramses might be in some trouble here.
Ramses, you're in a lot of trouble. That was a good cross blast though. Keeping them at bay, but now Ramses is literally stuck in between two Treants. Unfortunate for him.
Blasting out the taunt. There we go.
Empire off to a very good start. This is definitely what they needed.
Yep.
Unlike last game where they seem to have just lost confidence after the first minute or two.
They just lost all their lanes. I mean, once that happens, the game is so difficult to play.
Solo being found out here by Mipushka. Mipushka pretending to be a bounty rune. Gets off the battery assault. Still only level 1, so not doing a ridiculous amount of damage. So a nice job aggroing the creeps to prevent some extra procs of that battery assault.
If he was so close to 3, if he had that extra level of battery assault, that was definitely a kill.
What's the damage difference? It feels huge. Yeah, it literally over doubles it.
Yep.
It's insane, the difference.
Alright, so the big difference... FN's in some deep shit here, actually. He is deep. Behind enemy lines.
Well, he has a loser orb up in 2 seconds. He doesn't have a TP though, so he's gonna attempt to get out. Looks like Nature's Prophet's coming to play to help his comrade arm. He's gonna take out the Lich. Advent. Oh, Ramses finally gets the battery assault, or the rocket barrage taken out. Lil attempting to run away. One more right click. Lil suffice. Ghostic. He's gonna take a lot of damage to this rocket barrage again, and Ramses stuck inside. Keeps his way out. But the creeps are tanky. That's the jump playing around the creeps. Empire yet again. Ramses is enough for one more rocket barrage. Wants to wait for this creep to get the hell out. Finally gets it off. No one with the Chronosphere first of the game. Should ensure yet another kill. Double kill for no one. I just took out the Nature Prophet in the back.
That big soccer ball comes out. Alright.
It does look like a
crazy.
Soccer ball. That's the next cosmetic. So that's kind of like a test bet for Valve, right? Like, let's come out with something that resembles a soccer ball, and then for the next one, we can actually make a soccer ball. And we know people won't be angry. You see?
You know what came out that I didn't think was a troll at first? The Bounty Hunter Shuriken, it was a Dorito. I was like, no way.
That would be awesome.
That would have been amazing.
I have not seen that, actually.
It was a couple years back. It was like some dude made it, and then I thought it was real. I'm done.
No, never say that. Never say that about yourself. I'm the only self-deprecating person allowed in this cast. Looks like
if I say otherwise, then I'm lying to myself.
That's even more self-deprecating. That's actually depressing to listen to. Pasha at half HP. He's going to scout out Mipushka. Obviously, no real initiation possibility for him other than just using Primo. Wait a second. First Firefly is available, so he can get out anytime he wants.
Will's coming in fissure, but I don't think Pasha can really pursue this.
Pasha being stuck here with no one. We got something to help out. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, kind of expected, but not with the negotiation. No one's doing the right-click damage onto Van Score. Doesn't have time off another 12 seconds, so you better be careful, but he will drop in the end for 2-for-2. Lil gets off the fissure, will die to the illusory orb, and Empire end up coming out on top of this engagement, but they are looking quite pretty.
Yeah, big difference between this game and last game. Last game, Empire, they couldn't even win it just because they lost that game. This game looking much better.
Fissure on the Chappie. They just want to finish this tower without it being denied, but Lil will end up getting it. Puck lassoed up, has illusory orb, but they have enough to actually lock him down. Doesn't look like that's the case. There's a swarm is being placed here. That'll be that.
I actually got a little confused because you're like Clockwork and no one is battling out on the shrine. I'm like, well, how did he just die to no one? He's a player. That's why I put my anime glasses on.
You know, I actually thought I was randomly going to find an action in the bot lane. Mapochka taking ridiculous amounts of damage from the Rocket Barrage, but with Ghost 6's help and that beautiful Blightstone, they're able to take him out. So, originally when no one came onto the scene, I thought I'd be annoyed by his name, but it's not so bad actually. Kind of nice.
All right, who's got the worst name of all time?
Oh boy! Oh, the Chronosphere. That's pretty bad. No one saw that. Get it? He's gonna right-click Clockwork down, and he's actually just gonna suicide himself. He does get the kill, so at least something comes out of that Chronosphere, I guess. Yeah. But definitely not what he was looking for.
Definitely not. That's the price he pays for having that level 3 time lock as opposed to level 4 and cooldown.
So is this for personalities or just players?
Oh, I don't care.
I mean, Slacks is a good player, I think.
Sir Action Slacks?
Yeah, I don't even understand it still. It's been years since I've known him.
I actually don't know what it means.
Exactly. Nobody actually knows. Well, attempting to TP out, but the cogs will cancel it, and he will die eventually. The question is who will net it. Looks like it's going to be Tree or Nation's Problem.
I mean, Empire, they're making plays all over the map here. I know he's level 4, but he set up so many kills. And again,
Sprout, Gyrocopter, he has the Quelling Blade queued up. Doesn't actually have it yet, but actually with the action from Pasha coming in, they're able to take one out. Ramses, is he going to die to the Swarm? No, we're not going to see the second Swarm kill today, but the Illusory Orb is just on target. Indeed, that is a headshot if I've ever seen one. With that, looks like we're going to break things up here. Going to step right in as a referee, just like in a boxing match. All right, guys, that's enough. Time to go your separate ways as we discuss the worst name in Dota.
That's right.
SCCC is pretty bad. God, I have to think.
What is hit?
I need like a list of names.
That's mine. I think that is awful.
Pretty bad, yeah. Oh, they're actually able to get solo with that last hit from the Treant, or I keep saying Treant, Nature's Prophet.
He's like the father of the teams, right? Yeah. So I guess I can see how you put that. You're not an idiot.
Thank you for clarifying. You're not a complete idiot, just so you know.
Only a little bit of a moron.
Only a little bit. You know who has the best name of all time?
Where's my pension?
My Nuts. That is a great name. I actually really enjoy casting games. Is he even on a team right now? I mean,
I don't think so. Not one that I don't know of.
Lasso's on cooldown. Off the flame break, but the cogs will create enough separation that will be just. Put that Quelling Blade on Ramses, by the way, just for that Sprout.
Oh, definitely.
How long do you keep it for?
As long as you can.
He's coming in. Oh, he actually gets lassoed before he can time lapse. Big mistake from Chappie. Great play from Pasha, and Ramses obviously a terrific job of baiting. Although I guess he was technically just farming. It's not really baiting necessarily.
You need to work out to bait.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, nice play. Nobody expects Batrider to TP in instantly like that for a low percentage kill, because of course Weaver can always time lapse out. Nicely done. I mean, this game, people have not been farming. This is a bloodbath.
Yeah, this is the old style CIS for sure.
This is what it's all about. Alright, so worst name. You can give it to me.
The seeds of
I need like a list.
There's some names that are so bad they're good, like Ramsey 666.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
It is great.
GG's been great. Mid lane, Chronosphere's used on Ancient Apparition.
Radiant's tower has been killed.
God, this is a hard one. I'm usually not stumping these kind of trivia questions, but I don't know, man. Like the first thing that comes to mind was SCCCCCCCC.
Well, I mean, there's a way around that, right? SCCC.
But that sounds horrible. No, that's not a way around it. That's just as long as
That is
SCCC. No, SCCC. SCCCC. It's the same length, basically.
Okay, but it sounds better.
It sounds
You don't
horrible.
say CC and C, you just call them triple C.
CC and C. You call them C,
Triple C.
double C and C?
No, you just call him triple C because nothing else makes sense.
So people actually call him triple C?
I do. I guess I qualify as people.
No, you qualify as person.
Alright, whatever. But no, people don't qualify yet.
Alright, do you have an actual name that you hate other than what is this? Shout out to Greg. What a great human being he is.
Oh, Gorgon the Wonder Cow.
That's great. That's one of those that's so bad it's great. Mid lane, FN ends up getting lassoed, Echo Slam as well. A blast will connect on two, but doesn't look like there's gonna be any follow-up. Meanwhile, top lane, Ramsey attempting to get this clock work. Trying to find a separation with the creeps, and luckily for him, he can take an entire wave, so the Rocket Barrage ends up finishing him off.
Those FaZe Yasha. He was fast, man. He just zipped in there, flew in the cogs,
Dire's
crafted the
top tower
clockwork.
is under attack.
He's just
You
going
know,
up his tier 1 bot or top now.
Empire do have a gold lead, but their lineup isn't as easy to play, I would say. Like, they can't just group up and run down on it, right? There's big team fight abilities up from DP. They have Earthshaker, very hard to walk into, even when he doesn't have Blink Dagger. Batrider, same thing. Chronosphere too. Like, DP's lineup is meant to fight. And Empire need a bit, they need like a small gold lead, right? Weaver needs his Lincoln Spear. Puck finally gets Blink Dagger after Veil, so now they can start to make things. Actually, this is just repeating. They just need Puck. Now they're good.
Now they're good, huh? Alright,
That's
we'll see. They smoked up, looking for Batrider. FN's gonna show himself very early. Doesn't have the coil. Not sure if he knew he was pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
He's gonna take the Chronosphere to the face. Has AA Blast coming in though. It's gonna deal considerable damage. Looks like Puck is gonna fall one way or the other, but here's the coil finally placed before the Puck's death for 1-for-1 start off the fight against Ramsey. There's no way of surviving through this. He's gonna deal a lot of damage to the Clockwork though. Ends up being a 2-for-2 now. And no one. He does have time leak. Pops the wand. He should be able to get Van score here, especially when you get that bash. You know, you gotta love that. So 3-for-2, I believe, overall. It's a pretty even fight, actually.
Yeah, these team fights are tough, even with it was unfortunate they couldn't get the coil off, but I feel like the coil there on the bat wouldn't have made that big of a difference. I don't think that they could have bursted them as quickly as they would have liked there, and they probably still would have gotten followed up on by that skills.
Ramsey, so he's gonna be, he goes S and Y like every time on this here, but I'm expecting a BKB right afterwards because I'm trying to figure out a way that they can actually kill Gyro when BKB is up.
If he has BKB,
Like Weaver,
there's no way, right?
like Weaver's the only right really in Nature's Prophet maybe at some point, but even Weaver's going Lincoln's first, not gonna have Deso for a long time.
Yep. And he's gonna have Frost Armor, and then he already has a lot of health with FaZe Yasha. He's got 1400 HP.
Yeah, the only way they can kill him is bursting it down. I'm actually curious whether he actually does finish the SN1. I was wondering if he might just go BKB before finishing it and just complete it later. But feeling very confident, and I'll see why not. They haven't lost the game yet in this region, so. Orchid coming up pretty shortly on Ghost Stick.
That'll be very nice for
Radiant's
trying to
middle
kill this
tower
FaZe
is under
who is
attack.
working on a Mayacta, by the way. He's about 3,000 gold now.
Dire are scanning.
Okay.
So there's going to be like a timing window of a couple minutes where they can actually keep killing this void, but of course, I'm sure he is very aware.
The mid void.
That's right. The void.
The void kind of plays like Carry as far as I know. And Nature's Prophet, he's found out, he's gone on completely destroyed. Looks like we might be able to find Ramsey. There's a hook shot into A. Well, that's the burn. Don't know if BKB actually mattered there. They did a lot of burst damage while he was stunned. Just catch this one.
Once he does get that BKB though, it's pretty difficult for Empire to just here comes a soccer ball here.
What? Where? Oh my god.
You missed it!
Oh my god. Don't hate me, guys.
This camera.
Hey, that's one kill miss this series. I think I made that up. Let's just say that's true. It's not bad.
37th kill you missed.
It's not bad. Imagine if you know what would be hilarious? All right, if you're at like a major or a minor, you have like a professional observer, right? And if they miss a kill, their camera activates and you can see their reaction to missing.
You missed another kill to the neutral. No one goes down.
Wait, what? Why did he do that?
I was watching it. He got see those two big purple dudes, the ones with the staff. Well, they gave him the old the petrify, and they followed it up with the desecrate.
Well, how ironic that I were to miss that kill as I was explaining. I wish I had a camera on my face to see my reaction. We have a hook shot onto Lil, along with the level 4 battery. So A blast is coming in, and boom! Oh, he is still playing just in time though. Clockwork taking the brunt of damage from Ramses. There's a Quelling Blade. Can they actually get a stun off in time? Nope. Even if Chain Frost was on cooldown, you remember the
Ice Frog killing Lich.
Slowly but surely, Lick will be killed. Oh, Ramses. And I feel like Lick never will have the initiation from Bat Rider. Ancient Apparition is destroyed. In Dota 2's history, other than this last 6 months.
Wait, was that a puck impression? Destroyed?
No, that was actually there's nobody in line with this. Right. In the history, huh?
Puck
oh, does she actually?
Destroy? Yeah.
Oh. See all these references I'm making without even knowing it.
You're like You're like a smart person on accident.
Doesn't that just make you smart?
No.
Pretty sure it does. Anywho, back to my really important point that actually does not matter anymore, but I might as well say it.
Yeah,
Was there in Dota 2 history that Lich was actually popular, other than now? Like maybe he'd show up here and there, but he was never like a staple pick, never a first ban pick, I remember.
Not in Dota 2. In Dota 1, he was played mid all the time.
Take that as a miss. That is a miss. We have a smoke.
From I.
DP. You might be aware that something's going on. Hook shot onto he just dies pretty much immediately. Does require the rocket flare though. No mana whatsoever on Clockwork now. As Pasha is going to be able to TP out. And Ghost, actually, that was pretty close. Scouting him. Chappy. With this tower, he have a Lincoln Sphere. And then he can work on his death if that's what he chooses to do.
Definitely gonna need some physical damage on his Lincoln Sphere.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I feel like Team Empire should start trying to look at Roshan at this stage. It's something really good against just like Void and Bat Rider if you want to use the ultimate song. I mean, Chronosphere is an area that you typically play so well around it that it only hits one person in front. Anyways, so it also appears to be
not last game.
Not last game.
Coil was expended. Probably there was more reinforcements on the way, but not really. It does have Arcane bottled up, so probably will wait for his cooldown and then activate that back. Ramses. Oh, they see it. Oh,
so close.
By the skin of his teeth. Gets out. That's when you know you have good karma. You know what I mean?
You make it out there a fraction of a second.
Like if that's me, I'm like 9 times out of 10, I'm definitely
dead.
100%.
Every time.
Like.
That's right. 9 times out of 10, 100% of the time, you're just dead.
100% of the time, 90%.
Blaze here.
He's a good, clean kid. How old is he now? He's Came on the scene at like 15, right? Yeah, I was thinking
something like that.
Yeah. All right. Good young man. Young man.
That's right. Very descriptive.
The Arcanian is activated. Probably just auto-activated or whatever, but won't be able to really use it to its full potential, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. Void just picked up his mantle now, so the Orchid not really interested anymore. You know, they're quite lacking on the disables here on Empire. They do have Cloak and Coil, but they don't have any like long duration stuns to help burst people.
So far out. Holy crap.
Largest.
That Rider's going to initiate, and with the help of Ramses, they're going to destroy the clockwork. The funny thing is, if they had complete vision of this, they would have immediately initiated onto both Ramses and Pasha.
You know, to us, who has the omniscient point of view here, it looks like it's out of position, but of course in game he's got these heroes off the map. They don't know where the Shaper is, he's got his Blink Dagger, could be anywhere.
Yep.
Can't just go in on that target, especially with that EQB.
Can't just do it. Solo's gonna use that Chain Frost to clean up the creep wave. Very important stuff. Won't have that for the Chrono Spear. I think that's one of the more underrated combos is the Chrono Lich ult. It is pretty filthy, especially if you can get two heroes in the Chrono.
Yeah, I think just in general, the Frost is definitely very underrated sort of ability.
Yeah, I would agree.
It feels quite impactful.
Well, they did buff it over time. Like, obviously they got rid of the mini stun now, but every patch before that felt like it was a buff after buff. Like now it even slows the attack speed, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep, 65 attack speed slow. I mean, the 65% movement speed slow is massive on it. When it hits you,
that's
drop
right.
down.
They upgraded that because that used to be the ag, right? That upgraded the slow, but now then they changed it so that it's just by default. That was probably the biggest buff he received with his ult.
Well, it also is 10 bounces now. I think it's just a buff in every costume. Cooldown too.
And that goes in conjunction with sacrifice changes where he gets XP. How long ago was that? Like over a year ago at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then they indirectly buffed them by the range creep giving a larger amount of experience.
A golden thread.
Yep, that's true. Well, that was a double smoke that ended up not doing much other than missing a ward here, which will be scouted out shortly by the sentry.
Sentry, unfortunately.
If they walk up there, they will notice, I'm sure. They can see the Firefly, they just don't see the hero. I'm pretty sure they see it. Pasha, into the Rocket Barrage, and this has been a combo all game long, even with the Blade Mail, not really enough to warrant anybody else from Empire jumping in.
Double damage down. There's no chance of living there.
I feel like you need... Alright, here's a suggestion to Valve. This is not like a moneymaker though. The double damage, like some heroes, is very difficult to see. It's a little bit easier on Gyro. Having a different icon above their heads or something would be better than glowing them blue. Because then you don't have to worry about like this cosmetic stuff, you know, anything that blue. Just put a little icon above their head. Exactly, something like that. Blue. Just put a double damage rune above his head.
It's really, really hard to see on some heroes. I think Arcana's pretty difficult to see. Lich is probably hard to see on Io. Not the Arcana.
You gotta worry about the Lich right click for sure. Well,
it's actually I died to that.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It just sounds so pathetic, doesn't it?
It's not for your struggles.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Those
laugh
darn
at your
double
pain.
damage Ios just keep getting me.
Well, Io has a bunch of because he's literally a particle, right? He's the only hero in the game that's just literally a particle. That one might be unavoidable, honestly. Yeah, it looks like Chappie actually ends up going for a Maelstrom, by the way. What do you think about that over Adesso this game?
I think it's fine. I think he's quite underformed. He just needs something.
No one in the meantime. Almost done with his diffusal blade, so that's on top of the Manta. He's doing quite well for himself. What does Ramses have? He should have the BKB. Okay, working towards a butterfly now. Call down to clear up the goes to the 20% cooldown reduction. Do you think there's any scenario? I won't say that.
No, there's
Gyrocopter
not
level
any
20,
scenario
with
where
35 move
Gyrocopter
speed.
would want the 35 move speed.
I actually disagree. I'm going to disagree with that.
That's okay.
I think
You're allowed to disagree.
it
You're allowed to be
synergizes
wrong.
quite well with his ags if you were building ags on it, I think.
And it does have synergy with the hero for sure, but 25%, sorry, 20% cooldown reduction on a core hero like that is so good.
Yeah. I mean, if they made it like 15%, maybe you'd have a little think about it.
Dire's bottom
I'm asking
tower
you.
is under attack.
Oh no.
10%?
Yeah,
10%. No.
that's the number.
35 move speed is quite good, especially with S and Y. He can go like max move speed. Pretty close to
Move speed is definitely, all the move speed counts are quite good.
I wouldn't say
Rider.
all of that. I'm
not
sure there's
all.
one that's like level 10 that's 10 move speed. I'm pretty sure that one's pretty shit.
That is pretty shit. Alright, Bat Rider has a move speed time of 20, 35 move speed, or 15% cooldown reduction. What do you think's better?
Wow, that's actually not bad. I'm pretty sure most people take the cooldown reduction.
I would
But
say 90% of people take the cooldown reduction, but I think the move speed is actually very underrated.
yeah, that. I mean, the name of the game. I mean, you see Bat Riders pick up like a Mask of Madness in the late game, right, to get move speed. So
Well, it used to be like
It makes
that, right?
sense.
That was the Bone 7 build
yeah,
way back in the day, but now it's Silence
the
Season,
old
so
build.
no longer works. But yeah, I mean, Bat Rider, he has like Tranquil, Mules, sometimes you go bots too. He moves very quickly with that extra move speed. He's like 460 move speed or something. That's confident. He's a soccer ball.
You need to use it? I don't think so. That only missile's on its way. And it won't even be needed because no one hits pretty freaking hard right now.
Dire's top tower is
And he's going to be going
under attack.
BKB, so I'll have to play a little bit defensive here. And then bottom lane, Earthshaker, Lil drop to the deck, so it ends up being a 1-for-1 across the map. And I believe that's going to be his Pasha just got the safety.
Yep, picks on the side for both teams. But late game, you've definitely got to favor BP. There's no real answer with this post.
Oh, Chrono! Onto Weaver. Do they actually have the combo? Lich is taken out before he can actually cast a spell. Chappie pops the ult. He's going to be fine for now, but the homing missile will connect on. I don't know if they have vision here. Ghost Stick is going to take the brunt of the damage. The face is destroyed. In a lot of trouble. Lasso being used for full effect. 2 for 2. Ghost Stick on the run. And the farm from BP is really showing his fades here. Pasha blinks up. Homing missile's on its way. You have to think before it's going to get wrecked here. Not sure if he can get out of this. Hook shot is up. Homing missile connects. Good amount of damage. And the slow death will finally come to an end.
Ramses, this farm, this Hulu, right now, there's Miles Black, no one is. That was a fight where Trappy actually lived through the Chronosphere too, and they were still unable to win it at all.
Yeah. And I think if Lich doesn't die right away, then Weaver is all likely to dead.
Yeah. It's only a 5,000, or sorry, 6,000 gold lead now. Do you remember when it used to say greater than 5,000 or greater than 10,000? That was cool, wasn't it?
Dude, Galaxy Battles Land was one of the most fun times I've ever had.
You still have the
Because
shirt?
we made fun of the network. They gave me a shirt that was way too small, so I look like a teenage girl.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But yes, I wear it all the time. But yeah, the greater than, less than was a dark time in Dota.
Dire's top
It
tower
was
is
a
falling.
blunder.
Yes.
So
With that,
was that the first Roshan? Yeah, it was right.
I think so, yeah.
Dire's top
Pretty
tower
sure.
is under attack.
I wouldn't trust my short-term memory.
I don't know what they can do with this gyrocopter when he just walks up on the high ground and just dodges it.
VP, they have the Aegis. No one's going to have BKB in like 1,400 gold. Don't know if they want to wait that long.
Give Ramses some gyrocopter out there. I think he's only got the goggles.
Aren't those default?
No, these are goggles of the gun
Dire's
boat.
middle tower
Oh wait, I
is
don't
under
even
attack.
see them on his portrait.
Yeah, they're
Shows
not
up in the
default.
A blast coming in. It will connect. No, actually, he's not connecting Ramsey. We have the Chronosphere on Ancient Apparition. Better than nothing. Probably not exactly what they wanted, but they're going to use this advantage to go bottom and switch out the base.
They're in no rush to end this game right now at all. Boy's going to go back and farm his BKB. Gyro's also sitting on 4,000 gold. There's tons of free gold bottom in these tier 2 towers.
So what would you go for on Gyro right now? Something like a Satanic? You go for straight damage? Ag?
Bring out the Ag and Scepter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't think they'll go Ag still.
Radiant's courier has
I don't.
Normally
Normally
it's
going to take out the courier, but I don't think I've ever seen Ramses actually go Ag.
Yeah,
me
neither. I don't think so either. Normally people go Satanic at this stage of the game, but of course there is an Ancient Apparition. Maybe it didn't care. I don't know. We'll see what it is.
The seeds
I
of
love going casual lifesteal, like the casual mask when you get Ags on Gyro, because it's like you're essentially doubling the lifesteal of that item. It's great. I love it.
Dire's bottom tower.
There's the Lincolns for Puck, so has quite a bit of mobility. Ben's doing a decent job here. Puck is dead and leaves on the bottom shrine. We're going to take a look at where you're looking at very shortly. I promise you. Ramses, though, wants to find Ghost Stick. Not able to get the homing missile off, though. He's just... That Quelling Blade, man, you really need it. You got to drop that Aquila for sure. Lich getting coiled up. Illusory Orb, and the Waning Rift finishes him off. So ends up being a 1-for-1. Pocket jumping in. He breaks the link and can't get there in time for the lasso, though. But Vance Orb, yeah, I don't think he can get out of this. Ramsey still has the Aegis, so don't want to expend too much on this guy. I'm just going to go to town on tier 2.
Radiant's top tower is under
$6,000
attack.
gold here. Investing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smart guy.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That's sarcasm.
No.
Sounded like it. So Weaver will be going a butterfly. Definitely the right choice. We're going to have a Chronosphere on that very set Weaver. Oh my god. Oh, did that figure even hit? I don't think he needed it. He didn't have enough. Wait, is it a mana cost? 0 mana cost.
And he basically solo kills every Chronosphere at this stage of the game. He has tons of damage, and he's also going to get a Blink Dagger next to him. I guess
I feel like Empire is not like super far behind, but when you look at the net worth of the cores,
yeah,
like Gyro and Void are so far ahead.
It's a lot of the Furion net worth compared to the Bat Rider that's making up the, or making the net worth not look so bad. It's quite bad.
Here, Blade Mail pop. This 4 Clockwork just keeps getting initiated upon. Has hook shot. He can finagle his way out of this, but nope. Is that an Aether Lens? That felt like that Frost Blast was way too high range.
He has the 125 cast range talent.
Oh, yeah,
Dire's
right.
middle tower is under attack.
At least I'm not in one.
Alright, so what's the talent?
Ramses. Okay. It's fine. I don't really care about AA Blast time. Like, whatever.
Dire's
You know?
structures are
He's not going to die very fast anyways, and he just costs his BKB, so...
Dire's middle tower is under
Chronosphere is not up for another 20 seconds, but they have the advantage. They're not going to really wander here. I think as Weaver just gets destroyed by Echo Spin and all the combinations. AA Blast will connect on 3, but not before this Rax is taken out with ease by VP. Ghost Stick stunned up. Gyro pops BKB finally. Still has Satanic to work with if he wants to use it. Puck comes in trying to pick somebody off, but Ghost Stick is going to be the one to fall on the right side of the map here. Clockwork. Everybody's really low for VP, but Empire just cannot finish anybody off. And GG is called. That is game 2 in the books for VP as they take this 2-0 so far in this best of 5 grand final. They are looking just as strong as they have this entire season.
Yep, they look like a good team, which they are, of course. No, but in all seriousness, they look very good. Their drafts look good. Their gameplay looks solid. And they definitely do look like they are perhaps on another level compared to Team Empire as of right now, but
On the day
5 of the grand finals of the Dota Hit Minor CIS qualifiers. Virtus Pro versus Team Empire. Virtus Pro with a 2-0 advantage. They have yet to lose one game this entire qualifier, which maybe not the most surprising thing. I actually think it is a little surprising. I think VP is definitely one of the best teams in the world, but CIS teams, a lot of them have shown they're still very good. Like Empire is no slouch at all. But VP is just playing ridiculous right now.
Well, there's also something to consider as well, right? This team has stuck together. They just got back from TI. A lot of these other teams are making changes, right? Even Empire, they lost Roger and replaced him with Vanscore. Navi, same thing. They've shuffled a little bit as well. Team Spirit, all these teams, they're actually Team Spirit's playing with a stand-in for DK Focus as well. So there is that stability and right, Ancient Apparition. Didn't see this one coming.
Shocker.
Yeah, big time. Bans as well. Remaining. Winston, what do you think about this game? Are you excited for this one?
Well, very excited to see this massive ancient apparition. He prevents healing, which means you might not want to pick the Necrophos. But Venomancer was just dandy.
So informative, Winston. I'm proud of you.
Yes. I was alive during World War. Did you know that?
10 seconds.
Both of them. I'm old and decrepit.
So you're
gonna make me laugh at
myself. We're gonna see.
My goal is to break Slacks' character with it.
Slacks' character?
I guess he doesn't have. He's never mind. He has no character. That's
he's literally a psychopath.
He's insane.
But yeah, Ancient Apparition kind of takes away the Necrophos from Empire, but
5 seconds
VP can pick it themselves if they want. But of course,
yep, definitely.
And at the same time, when you pick an AA, you don't want the Veno on their team, so you have to take it pretty much no matter what. The combo's too strong, I think. But now you have the Wombo combo potential.
Lots of priority on this Faceless Void.
Yeah.
From both teams now.
And it's just today, right? The other.
Yeah, it is just
Have we
today.
seen him once before this series?
I don't believe so.
If it happened, we don't remember. It's not memorable.
That's right. Not important.
So who would you match up here with AA? Nature's Prophet's been that's not exactly a coupling, but they've been pretty high priority pick.
I think they're just debating whether or not they want to pick the Necrophos right now. Because it is a hero that can... Well, perhaps they don't want to pick the Necrophos. That's why.
Empire's turn.
Oh, you do have potential of Faceless Void going like Diffusal anyway, so he can end up soloing Necrophos.
There's a good chance without a defensive support that he will just die from this room. Alright, out comes the Doom.
Now, if you're Virtus Pro, how comfortable are you playing against Necrophos with an AA on your team? You're fine with that?
You're totally fine.
So
with
you
that.
don't like ban it, right?
5 seconds.
No,
remaining.
not at all. You make the other team ban it. And it's also there's now a Doombringer in the game as well. So you have two heroes that are very strong. I wouldn't say they completely counter the maybe A definitely counters the hero. But Doom is also kind of like a soft counter. Okay, he's a bit more than a soft counter, but he's not a hard counter. What is he? He's a
counter.
Okay, he's a counter. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, the thing is, Doom is a counter to literally every hero in the game, though, technically, right?
Virtus Pro's
Not true.
Turn to ban.
There are some heroes that use their abilities before they born, like Lycan. Lycan does not give it.
Sven, to some degree as well.
Yes, Sven as well. There are a couple heroes like that that just don't care about getting duped.
Well, that can't be entirely true, though, because Lycan is a good example if you're able to get it up. But there's also the case where it silences items as well. So if you're Sven, you won't be able to pop BKB if you haven't popped it yet.
Right.
Depending on you casting it beforehand.
It's also the assumption of who gets the jump first, right? If Doom's able to get the jump first on either of those two heroes I just mentioned, then of course it's going to destroy them. But you know, this is assuming that Sven is playing his hero properly with two hands on the keyboard, and he's going to press his Blink Dagger and use his spells before he goes into a team fight.
Turn to ban.
And they're going to take out the Alchemist, probably a good choice, although I would have loved to have seen it.
That's right, your favorite.
Yeah.
Marana banned from VP2. Great hero that combos up with the Faceless Void.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm happy we're going to see, even though we've seen a lot of it, Lil's Doom has been...
5 seconds
Nobody else
remaining.
plays it like him, it seems. He's on another level.
He's been doing very well on his team.
I would like to see... This sounds a little pessimistic. I would like to see him not to get off to such a good start just to see how good the hero actually is. You know what I mean?
You want him to suck.
Yes, I want him to suck early game for once, just to see if the hero is strong or not.
Okay. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Was I saying? Who was I saying was a bottom 10 hero in the game? Was I saying Doom?
Turn to
I think you were actually.
Okay, I was definitely wrong. Was I saying Doom? I don't know.
I think it was Doom. Actually.
Yeah, maybe I was. I'm very passionate about strength heroes that I like to play, that I think suck, that I think needs a buff, right? That's why I go so ham about Hoof Stomp on Centaur. Garbage skill.
You're just sitting there pitching your case, hoping for a buff one day. Skywrath Mage, alright.
Yeah, one of these days Ice Frog will listen to me.
You're already
You'll
basically balancing the game and leading the cosmetic department of the game as well.
10
I
seconds
agree.
remaining.
I just don't get credit for it. That's the issue, right? All I need is credit, no money, maybe
5 seconds
0.1%.
remaining.
That'll be fine. But the credit's most of what I want. So Skywrath Mage, this is a change-up. Obviously, synergizes extremely well with Faceless Void. Makes an incredible combo with Venomancer, with the extra magic damage coming out from Ancient Seal, along with the slows from Venom. I mean, just great CC for Skywrath Mage to actually get his spells off.
Yep, definitely. Very nice. You think Nyx Assassin's coming?
10 seconds
For
remaining.
Empire, yes.
5 seconds remaining.
But here's the thing to
Looks like
remember.
quite a good pick here.
They've done this before, literally, against Repeat in the previous series, upper bracket. And they lost horribly. So they know that VP are able to play. I mean, it just shows with their confidence. They're picking Batrider third. Who does that when Nyx is in the pool, right?
Yeah, Batrider players definitely fear Nyx Assassin.
So maybe you go for something else. Maybe an LC type hero. You know who I'd love to see, even though I don't think the synergy's there for Team Empire, is Vengeful Spirit. Pick a little bit more often, but definitely not good in this game.
Alright, Slaughter.
Wow. Wowee.
Wowzers indeed.
Wowee. Well,
10 seconds
Doom's not going to have any
remaining.
armor this game.
That is correct.
5 seconds
How
remaining.
much armor does Medallion give? Like
7.
5? 7, okay.
You know,
And
Doom,
Amplify is 8 at level 1?
10.
At level 1?
Yep.
How does it go up? 10, 15, 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. So, I mean, the Slaughter is pretty decent against their heroes, but Doom also is one of these heroes that tanks up quite quickly. Like, he can always get the Ogre Frost Mage Ice Armor to start armoring up his allies to kind of counteract the Amplify damage. Of course, early game, when Doom doesn't have any items, when he's like running around and stuff, he gets crushed by the amp damage, but
No pun intended.
that's right. I don't know. A is also a hero that does not like getting ran at by Slaughter. It's just, I feel like the Nyx is just, it would have been so good here. You have the Scorched Earth Doom, or the Scorched Earth from Doom to carapace off of, so we can't just fully run into these fights and cast Doom. Batrider, obviously, Nyx is very good against him.
Oh, yes! My boy!
Oh boy, if they lose, it's because of Wraith King.
We get to see a Ramses Wraith King. I am super excited, friend.
Yeah, well, it's actually a really good Wraith King game. Look at the way that Team Empire wants to take these fights. They're gonna Chronosphere and Skywrath Mage ulti
10
someone.
seconds
And now
remaining.
there's Wraith King in the game. Who cares if he gets comboed like that? They have nothing after that.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what the most overrated level 25 talent in the game is? It's Wraith Kings. It's the free mana cost for his ult. I think it's super overrated. What do you think?
I mean, it's just situational, right? You're playing against anti-mage.
But it's very, like, even against AM, like, at that stage of the game, you should be able to have enough mana, you know? You should have a BKB or something. Like, the other talent is really awesome. Really
It's
awesome.
the lifesteal, right?
No, it's the stun when you reincarnate. Everybody gets stunned in AoE.
Is that at 25? I
Yeah.
thought that was at 20.
No, 20 is the Vampiric Aura one. They changed it and they lowered the percentage.
Pros,
So it's
turn
between
to
that and I
gold.
think attack speed. And actually, I think the attack speed might be better, depending on what build you're doing. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I've seen the Aura lifesteal at 20 looks like a support pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It's not nearly as good as the level
10
25 it used to be,
seconds
for sure.
remaining.
That was insane. I'm trying to think of a
5
hero here for
seconds remaining.
Empire. What do you think about... I don't really like it, actually. I was going to say
Turn to
Life Stealer,
pick.
but Doom goes through. Obviously, the AA Blast will ruin him as far as lifesteal is concerned, and then Lasso goes through as well. Top of Duel. Okay, lifesteal is terrible. Who can...
PL.
PL?
Good against Batrider in lane. You can't stack up the Napalm.
Okay, I can dig it.
You can buy the Fusel Blade to mana burn this Wraith King. It's also ridiculously hard to Doom PL with so many illusions everywhere.
Yeah. And you probably end up going a Lincoln's on PL this game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Doom, Lasso, Duel.
Yeah, all their initiation right now is just single target, but I don't know.
I like it. I think that's a great suggestion. I think PL is one of those heroes where you don't want them as your... Like, if you have them as 1 or a 2, you need another carry, and they have that in Void.
You
right?
definitely don't want the solo carry.
OD. All right, well, they're going for the mana burn, I suppose, for Wraith King.
Yep.
Jesus, that's unexpected.
You know, it's a mid-legion command, by the way. You know, LC is actually pretty good against OD. If you ever duel the OD, it silences him, so he can't cast Orb.
Wait, say that again? Oh, yeah, right, the auto casting. Look at Skyrath. Look at this set.
Oh my god, look at him.
Look at the profile view of Void's
Straight out of
face.
World of Warcraft, huh?
Yeah, it looks very shiny indeed. But that is the best sword, by the way, for Wraith King. Man, I'm really obsessed with cosmetics. What's wrong with me? I have that same sword. It's
when
legit.
You're the lead cosmetic designer at Valve, of course you're obsessed with them.
Yeah, what can you do? I was born to do this. All right, so we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. This is Game 3 of the Best of 5 of the Grand Finals of the CIS qualifiers for the Dota Minor. VP up 2-0. They have yet to lose 1 game. The question is, can they?
The question is, will Miposhka place the same ward? Let's find out.
All right, let's... Right here. Wait. Oh, he switched it up.
Mixed it up.
Oh, Miposhka, you are a god.
Oh, look at Soul. This dude is deep. They're going to see him here, too. And Miposhka's got boots.
He's fine dying. The fact that he has a second ward, they don't know for sure if he had one before, right?
Is he fine with his skill base vortex?
Oh, that's not... Well, I meant he's fine if he dies. It's not the worst thing in the world. We've seen this many a time from solo, as we've covered.
That is very true.
Do you think they know that he warded here?
Yes, of course. And they probably don't know exactly where it is, but they have an idea.
Okay. So, disaster. Disaster start for VP. I rescind my previous statement.
Game unwinnable. Might as well go next.
What's the fastest GG of all time? Around 8-9 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, I think VP had like a 9-minute one where they just GG'd out. They lost. It was at a lamp.
Oh yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar. Alright, looks like every bounty rune will go to the team that it belongs to. At least if the map is any...
First blood is actually pretty big, by the way. Ghostic has PMS, 2 sets of regen, a pooled tango, and 200 gold. That's the lane that's not that strong against him.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Good point.
Yeah, look, the Soul, he's coming back for round 2. He wants this courier badly.
They won't expect it. He doesn't actually have vision of the courier itself because of those shadowy effects there.
He's going to get it on the way there.
He's going to get it with the salve. And again, 2 games in a row. Astral Imprisonment being used. And that's the beauty of this. No one just playing with his food in the mid lane, making sure that all the attention's on him. He's like, look at me, I'm a pretty lady. But your courier is getting killed meanwhile.
That's right.
Pasha juking out at the top lane, gets galed. Take a little bit of damage from Vanscore, but still pretty healthy overall. All right, Lil, I'm watching you, bro. He went for the alpha creep. When he gets that, when do you go Infernal Blade, 2 or 3? 2. Okay. When he gets that nice right-click action, I'm really excited. I'm never so excited to see a Doom in my life. I love him. What are you talking about? Wraithfire Blast in the bot lane, Ghost Stick. Like you talked about, he's actually dealing a little bit more damage than Ramses right now in this trade.
He's just manning up.
Looks like there was a TP out in the top lane. The Batrider will live to see another day. You on mid. It's actually hard to tell what action's going on here. Miposhka dealing a double crush to the soul of VP. Who got that right click? Who got that last hit? Not sure. But who are these lanes? Who do you think they favor right now?
I think these lanes definitely favor Empire for me, or at least in the side lanes they do. The Venomancer is doing very well against the Bat Rider. Bat's one of these heroes that can pressure Venom if Venom is left alone. And yeah, once Venom gets his levels going, he just
oh, all right. Lil, hey, this is what I wanted. All right, we're gonna get what we wanted, guys. Lil not off to the best start he's ever had. He gets killed by Slardar. Meanwhile, Ghost Stick able to time walk out to safety, and there's the pause. And he's giving his team a little pep talk.
This bottom lane is so bad because VP is so actually bottom row of Venom. So they can try to zone base to beat them.
Oh, gracious me, oh my.
It's mine.
He's going to be trying to pull here. Ghost Stick. He is going to time walk out with a level 2 time walk. Not the longest cooldown. Obviously, once you get to 3 and 4, it becomes almost impossible to kill him. It's just those 2 kills. But they still have another 6 seconds, and Ghost Stick better be careful. Qualifier Blast. No mana for it right now. Ghost Stick able to time off the opposite direction, nicely done. And he's going to get all this XP if they're not able to catch him here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, Ramses. Okay, he got a little bit too close. Wraithfire Blast and the right click. A little bit too cocky from Ghost.
It's all part of the plan now. That's the tactical death right there. If he didn't die, he would have missed every last thing. He's actually securing himself more gold by suicide.
Now, a normal person would say you're being sarcastic. I know you're not. Like, this is kind of a Moon Meander strat, right? You feed your off lane at the beginning, you get the wave going in your direction, and you just TP back at all the XP.
That's right. I'm not being sarcastic at all. It's actually...
I know, you just...
Yeah.
No, I know you're not being... You just sound sarcastic, is what I'm saying.
He's actually in some trouble. He was getting over Venom right click. Any bashes? Nope, no bashes.
He still has a chance. Nope. What percentage is that? 15%! Oh, he can go for it. Up.
Lil has a haste.
Now they know they have a ward here. He just revealed that there is an observer.
Did he hit him from behind or something?
Yes, from behind the trees, and then it was pinged out immediately.
Mid lane, FN is getting run down by the haste of Doom. That's why.
Down he goes, Pasha. He's going to TP out in the face of Skywrath Mage. But yeah, right now LC is top CS at 32, and Wraith King kind of far behind in comparison, 24. But that's because he's been going for a lot of harassment damage on Ghost Stick and kills.
I talked about Empire's lanes going better than VP, but now VP kind of brought it back in the lane for Bat Rider. I mean, he's pretty much sacked at this point, and he has no game at all being top lane, but Doom has been doing things. I mean, he laned mid, denied a lot of creeps with the Alpha Wolf Aura as well, gave no one extra damage, and then now he just zips him with the haste and gets that kill.
Bat Rider kind of sacking it. Well, okay, bottom lane first, we're going to see a Wraithfire Blast, and I believe, yeah, that is going to proc with a cold feed. He's just going to time walk out, so he's fine. Is the shrine up? Indeed it is. More than fine now. Oh no, I was going to say Pasha did have a decent stack to be able to take here, and he's saving at the door for the 1,000 right now. See if he ends up buying like a bracer or something, but nope. Will drop at the end of the day. Vanstor getting harassed here from Lil. One more right click might be enough, but there's the crush. Lil's forced to walk away. In shame. He doesn't have his soul, his medallion, bro. He's way far behind.
That's true. He should have had it 2 minutes ago compared to his last games, if they were. That's the standard.
Do you heal through astral imprisonment? I don't think so. I'm almost positive you don't. Like, if you're in front of a shrine, I know for a fact you do not heal.
Oh, no. I thought you meant if you were, like, press the attack or something.
Yeah, that's my question. So press the attack does work, is what you're saying. Okay. You're positive. Why is that? What's the difference? It's just the way it is.
That's how it is.
Get used to it, idiot.
Learn the mechanics.
I'm very scared of missing a kill, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm freaking out here.
I'm ready to fail his dumbass when it happens.
OD mid lane gets the Astral off, but not sure if he realizes he is surrounded here. Ice Work top of here. Overwhelming odds. TP still work for some bleh from Slardar. We'll force everybody back. Van scores here. Only level 3 though. Poshka does have Crush available, but it's really hard to get initiations off without the help of well, first itemization. Okay, I say that now and maybe they can get something going.
Ghost Stick's going around with Karma here. But I don't think they're gonna chase into this.
Only time will tell, good sir. They're actually transitioning towards the bottom lane, where Wraith King is. Is he holding on to a skill point? Indeed he is. That is the way to play.
Tower is under attack.
I never do that personally, but that's because I'm...
Dire's bottom tower.
Alright, we're going to
is under
have
attack.
the Infernal Blade applied to Vanscore, and just like that, he is less than half HP. Vanscore coming back, though. I'm trying to kite rule to the highest degree. Ghost is going to take a crit from Ramsey. Another Wraith Fire Blast to go if needed. Are they actually going to be able to kill here? Ramsey looking for a Wraith Fire Blast on top of Slardar. Lil trying to dodge that crush. He does get it on a couple of heroes. And Poshka, I think he's going to be fine. Okay, never mind. There's a Legion Commander coming from the other side of the tower.
That's right. How'd you
with
miss
the
that?
duel. No, I didn't miss it. Oh, I missed that. Shut up. Shut up, Rax. I hate you. Batrider. I don't know, dude. Batrider's doing okay, actually. He's going to get blinked pretty soon. Oh,
as you say that, he's not doing okay.
Oh, no. Fantastic. Real. See how much gold he loses here. 1,600 right now. Only 100.
I'm gonna buy all those small items and trinkets and stuff like that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No one mid lane getting ganked here. Crush available in 1 second, but it feels like they do no damage to him. The 8 armor.
8 armor, 4 man shield. I don't know, it's invincible.
I wouldn't go that far, Brax.
Well, yeah.
Careful. Does that make you invincible if you haven't died yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you see Biver's AA?
Oh, Ramsey's with the Wraith Fire Blast onto Venomancer. He has a full wand, essentially, so he can skill his ult if needed. Chappie's going to get right click down. You have to believe. Oh, he's going to live! Nope, the right click finally from Solo. The max range, just enough to secure themselves a kill. Ramsey's on the run, Solo on the run. Can they get it back? Astral Imprisonment is available. Going to use the right clicks for now. With the Arcane Orb. And yeah, that's going to secure the kill with the Chronosphere. So, unfortunately, had to use that, but a kill is a kill.
Yep, you definitely don't want to let these kills go right now. Get everything you can do.
Oh, man, pretty cool. You got
Dire's
scared.
middle tower is under attack.
How long do you hold it for if you're able to? What's the ideal scenario? Is it actually 11, 12? The ult.
You just play it after that.
I know, but let's say you're farming unconditional. No, we're getting results here. Like, what's the ideal scenario? Like, if you're gonna hold on to the skill, when is the point where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do it no matter what? I hate you so much.
I mean, there's no reason to do it until then. You know, sometimes you don't want to waste it, right?
Well,
if
no,
there's an
but
opportunity where
is it really wasting it if you're able to get the level 2 ult right away? Like, wait till 11, 12? That's what I'm saying. Because then the cooldown is significantly less.
There's no difference between pressing the hotkey once or twice. It's like, sometimes you're gonna die twice because you're just in too deep, right? And that never happens. You never make it to level 2.
I hate you so much.
Radiant's bottom tower
Can't even
is
humor
under
me.
attack.
Disgusting human being. No, VP. I know that a couple people are in the jungle. The Ice Blast actually nicked the
Radiant's bottom
guy
tower is
around
under attack.
I'm gonna get pretty annoyed here by FN with these arcane orbs. He's gonna be forced to walk away. Do they have vision on Vanscore here? Oh, that's an enemy. Yeah, that's an Empire ward, actually. We have to support in the bottom lane.
Bottom lane.
Ghost ticket. way out there. Does have level 4 time walk though. No one is slowed up by Skyrath Mage. Pasha does have the blink dagger, but it's on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Lasso is available to use. The flame break into the lasso, perfectly done. That's going to secure themselves a dual kill actually, and that is the second of the game.
You know, usually defending these towers with Venomancer is already like established dominance in the lane by sneaking it up, which is quite difficult to do. But right now, Blink at 11 minutes after having not the greatest lane speed. He was up against quite a tough lane.
It's been quite impressive, indubitably.
Yep.
Well, Lil finally got his level 6 and finally got his medallion, going for his buckler now. See where the first Doom target is. Chappy in the meantime with the Veiled Discord on the Venomancer.
So was this the Doom performance you were hoping for to see how good the hero is?
Yep. My guess is that he's going to be kind of meh until level 10, and then he's going to get Devour Gold and then start balling out of control again. But we'll see. Uh-oh. Stick runs directly into no one. Van score not level 6 yet, but there is the OD here. Should be able to extend enough damage here. Actually, pops his ult to secure it. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. In the meantime, sprinted up. Faking the crush. What? Gonna get flame rush broken. And basically the entire VP squad is here to watch him die.
Yeah. Flame broke or flame broke?
I said flame broke, I think. I don't know.
So which one is it?
Well, it's flame break, but when you say, you don't say flame breaking, right? I think flame broke is right. Oh, Ramses. I don't think the ancient steel, but again, without. Oh, he is level 6 now, actually. There's no mana to speak of. That's funny. His ult takes literally half his mana at this stage.
It does.
They're not really.
It takes his entire mana pool to cast all his abilities.
Definitely a hero that I feel like could be picked up more, most likely. And he is. What's his move speed? 375. He is super fast.
Yeah, the problem with the hero is that he actually does not do everything is single targets, his utility. He does damage, but it's a little bit like it's a mental damage.
Right. Yeah. Quite powerful on him. Venomancer in the meantime. He is stunned up, and when we right click down, does get off his poison Nova though, so we'll see if anybody can clean up the Wraith King. Recently picked up the armlet of Lord Gideon. Turn this around, actually take out a faceless Lord with the duel! Oh, VP, 2 for 1, 3 for 1 make it. FN now attempting to get away. Or is he? Better be careful here. He gets stunned up, overwhelming odds on top of him. Gets the Astral Imprisonment. A couple more right clicks should suffice. Ramses gets his ult activated, reincarnation coming back. He's going to apply all the pressure, though, to that pesky Slardar. A little bit out of position here for OD gets his teammate killed, but VP looking good again.
Yeah, I can't believe that Ramses lived for so long with his armor. No how to pop the armor, failing the Skyrath Mage, and then the boy as well after that. Wraithkin actually hits quite hard with his armlet and press the attack button.
Sure. Good hero, I've been telling you. Underpicked.
He's very good against cards. He's actually really good with Void. What's your pair up like Void and Skyrath?
What's your build after armor? Do you like Blink? Do you like Echo Saber? Do you like Radiance? Blade Mail?
I
think if you're gonna go Armlet, you don't go Radiance.
Radiant's middle tower
yeah, I agree.
is under attack.
It's not very common. So Blink, and then do you just go for like a bigger ticket item, or can you still go for like an Echo Saber? Because I feel like Armlet Echo Saber is pretty strong.
I think the small items are really good on Wraith King in general, like the Armlet, Blink, Echo Saber, and whatever else after.
Lil Skyrath Mage on top of the Chronosphere. Beautifully done. He's taken out with ease. Ancient Apparition on the outside skirts here. Beautiful Ice Blast onto 3 heroes. Oh god, VP is cleaning up yet again. Venomancer is going to get dueled down. More damage going the way of no one. OD quite low. He's actually chasing no one. Does have Astral Imprisonment, and he still has his ult. Technically, who will win this duel? Who will win this fight? No one. Trying to right click to his heart's content. He'll get it. Double kill for no one. Oh, that is rough. He was very confident on the OD.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Time is
he wants the man fight to RNG.
I didn't know there was a team talk well played. Or no, that's not the well played. Is there a good game that's just for the team? Like a non-global?
I'll check real quick.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That makes no sense.
I like good luck, have fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, there is a good game.
Really? That's so weird. No one? Blink is good to go. We'll be actually going for an armlet himself. So, armlet against Venomancer, I would say, is pretty strong, right? Or is that the opposite? Maybe because burst damage, if it's damage over time, you have an easier time actually getting armlet off.
The Veno ult definitely stops like the toggling aspect, but the heroes are so tanky right now, I don't think it really matters. But it's definitely better than Blade Mail. Blade Mail doesn't do anything at all.
You don't think
I like it. No, it doesn't do anything at all.
Good against OG.
Is it?
Dire's middle tower
I
is under
wouldn't say it's the
attack.
best item. Gives you extra DP. I guess the armor out.
It's because the dual OD, he doesn't work. Yeah, so the blade doesn't do anything. And then if you don't do it, you're disastrous.
That is definitely true. I stand corrected again, Brax. Koshka with a blink on himself right now. Ramses. He did end up going Blade Mail, so not feeling the need for pure initiation from himself. They do have no one with it, so I kind of understand that.
It's actually pretty good for instance, like, kind of just standing in the corner. Now, if he sees Void, he can always just pop the Blade Mail and they won't want to use the Skywrath Mage ult on him, or the Angel ult on.
Yeah, well, there's also the aspect of it's kind of a way to prevent OD from attacking you in a way, so you don't get intelligence stolen. Or at least dissuade him, I guess is a better way to put it.
It makes these team fights quite messy for OD because now he has so many more heroes, more threats in the fight that he doesn't want to use either his auto attacks on or the Astro on. Yeah, I definitely think Wraith King is like one of these heroes that he thrives off these small items, right? These armlets, Blade Mail, Blink, Echo Saber, all these are fantastic.
And Radiant, even though that's what I had to say because it's amazing. Empire would have been, I don't think there's really a Radiance carrier, if you want to call it that, on their team, but coupled with a Venomancer, I think is super strong. Unfortunately, I don't know if I've ever seen a Radiance on any of these heroes in my life. Maybe a Slardar once or twice, but not really.
None of these heroes are very good with Radiance. This is one of those games, too, where there's so much damage coming out. The Legion Commander has tons of damage at this stage of the game. Ancient Apparition as well. I feel like none of them can actually stay alive in a real team fight.
Ice Blast? Is this a scouting Ice Blast? I guess so.
That's right.
Won't find anybody. But the smoke is activated for Team Empire. They are streamlining towards Ramses. The tier 2 is there for CP support. The CP ends up getting it. Koshka comes in. Not dealing with a whole lot of damage right now. Still has low support, but there's the Blade Mail. He actually probably just kill Vanscore if he wants to by standing in there. But chooses not to do so. Vanscore at half HP, attempting to run away. Very quickly here. Nice initiation from the Bat Rider. They're going to find the faceless Void if he can't use his Q, and he cannot. The time walk not in time. Vanscore extremely low in the meantime. They're going to focus their efforts in the duel onto Slardar and VP. We've seen this time and time again as this Ice Blast will not connect, but they still have vision of Vanscore. At least for now. Another sticky napalm not even needed. Overwhelming odds. Just feels like that is the name of the game. Overwhelming odds for VP in every game of this entire qualifier. They have just been dominant.
Definitely. Very good. You know, this is a pretty good answer in general to the Void with another like ultimate combo, whether it's the AA Blast or the Skywrath Mage ultimate. There's just this one hero that's always in your face. You know, if you don't kill him, he's gonna stun you and kill you. And you can't go on him, and then he's always just annoying. Right? This hero actually skills very well into the game, especially when he hits his level 18 with the 40-second cooldown his ult against a hero like Void. So, very nice. Wraith King getting some love.
Thank God. I remember the back in the day. I'm gonna tell you the build, and you're gonna tell me who it was that built it. Okay. He popularized for a very short period, and this was before Blink Dagger had no mana cost. Okay, Force Staff Wraith King. Do you remember who it was? And I loved it. It was so
cool. It was Jo, right?
No, incorrect.
Who was it?
TC.
Was this Dota 1?
My boy
Oh,
TC. No, it's Dota 2.
Okay,
yeah.
you're right.
TC is my
No,
man.
that was the team. That was the TI2 days.
Yep, exactly. Solo getting scouted out. Wow, the Skywrath ult not able to hold him in place. Really wishing they had hit the crush. Would have ensured the kill in all likelihood, but not to be this time.
Very underwhelming to walk into AA and have him walk away.
Tower is under attack.
It's only like around a 4K lead right now for VP, so it's not like it's an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination.
Radiant's middle tower
D and Veno are
denied.
not too far behind in the network.
The OG is actually quite far. 13 times as well.
You really need to get that BKB there. There's a Hurricane Pike solo. You did. Blast not going to connect on anybody. Probably I'm trying to think of a better Hurricane Pike solo than OG. Maybe there's somebody, but he's up there for sure.
Enchantress.
Yep, that's pretty good. I'd say OD's better than Enchantress. So.
Yeah, probably.
Although the
Might be
Dragon
the
Lance
best one.
does make a huge difference, actually. Huh?
And there's like more, I don't know, it feels more impactful on OD because it means like stack of intelligence, but there's still obviously.
Oh, Wraith King. The Creep Wave's kind of tanking the Skywrath ult. This Chappie's going to force that to safety. Kind of a scrappy fight to start it off. Ramsey's pretty low on HP. Might want to consider going back here or retreating for a little hiatus in the fountain. Speaking of that just reminded me of something that triggers me for some reason. We'll get to that in just a moment. I know you're very excited to hear. Meantime, he's going to jump in immediately on top of the poor Venomancer. The dual damage will be there again at 76 for him. Porsche jumps in though with Ghost 6 help. They have Chronosphere available, but the Doom applied to Faceless Void means that's not going to happen. And a right-click will commence. Faceless Void will be the first to fall, and BP again catching Empire off guard. No one just destroying Makosha, but FN with the Hurricane Pike able to clean them up to the 3-for-1 at the current point in time. FN trying to find some more kills, and he will with that ult. The Stanley's Eclipse drops the hammer, if he will. Bring a 3-for-2. Interested to see this fight recap here, but it might not be over. OD's getting lassoed up into the AO. That is the death. And now we can look at the recap here. All right, well, 4 for 2. I would say it's a relatively even gold exchange considering the lead that VP has. But OD really wants to see that for sure.
Fortune.
Look, OD going up in the network charts now.
Oh, you want to hear my rant?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, what do we call these things on the corner of the bases where you spawn? What do we call them?
Excuse me?
Tell me. What do you call that?
Yeah,
The area in which you spawn and you go to replenish your health and mana. What is it called? Why? Why is it called? I don't see any fucking water, bro. There's no fountain. This thing in the corner, is that the fountain?
It says fountain.
But the entire thing should be a fountain. Like, why can't we get to that stage of the game? Like in Han?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I want to walk in water while I'm at the fountain. Another cosmetic idea for Val. Okay?
Oh my god, you're actually still printing money.
Does the fountain look like shit? Yeah, these. Come on, this is such a baby fountain. It's nothing. It's nothing. Roshan's gonna take it out. And no one will pick up the Aegis, actually. Actually, come to think of it, who else would take it? Definitely not Wraith King. And he is going Radiance. Oh, yes! No Blink Dagger for him. He's just gonna walk up and hurt people coming.
No need with LC and Battle Ever start these fights for him. Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, Jesus. Alright, so it's kind of like Sven, right? Where his level 10 talent, you can choose between the 8 bonus strength or the 200 mana. And obviously the mana is like more valuable than the strength.
Dire's middle tower
Suffers from a low mana pool.
Right.
And I feel like Wraith King's kind of the same thing.
Great to hear. Thank you for that insight.
It also gives him more spelling for his one ability. It makes his Wraith Fire Blast 10 more damage.
Oh, I didn't even think of. I actually forgot about that mechanic entirely. Does it actually update in the tooltip? I doubt it. I don't think so.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You are a god!
Dire's middle tower has
Changed the
fallen.
world.
You did. You just blew my mind, Brax. Ice Blast will not find any targets. Bot lane, FN and Ghost Stick, they're feeling pretty naked out here. Gonna TP out to safety, but Void does not have PP for 25 seconds. Question is there a scan
Who's
available?
looking
Can they
for him?
find him? Oh boy, Lil. Did he see him? Oh god. Oh, the blink. Alright, he's good. Or is he? Or is he? Force that hand blink we use full effect into a duel. Void, you are in another dimension now, my friend. A dimension where you might have a face. Can you imagine a face full Void? That's a good cosplay. I'm coming up with great ideas today!
Oh my god.
Faceful Void!
All these ideas are gonna be
Imagine
stolen.
it! Imagine it!
All
He's
these
a
ideas are gonna be
beautiful boy.
stolen. And you're just gonna be so sad. You ruined it.
I should keep this to myself. I shouldn't share the beauty that is my mind. Void's up in 14 seconds. Crush onto 2. There's a Hurricane Pike doing a lot of damage. That's a Blade Mail activated. Slaughter is dead to start off this fight. No one with the BKB activated along with the Pesky attack is going to town on his racks. Astral Imprisoment's going to save. Venomancer for now. Going to mitigate a little bit of damage from that Doom. But that's Rax and Ramsey does not care. Still has an ultimate to go. Going to crush the Slaughter. No pun intended. His Ghost Stick is attempting to get out. No blink. Does have time walk though. After all that, only one dead. Now the Aegis. He wants to get his Chronosphere off. Are they actually going to kill him before he can do so? Indeed, that's 45 seconds on the deck. Absolutely no buyback to speak of. Legion Commander, he will finally go down. This time the Sanity's eclipsed, but at what cost, my friend? OD actually gets up a nice imprisonment, dodging the Wraith Fire Blast. Vanscore attempting to run down the Wraith team, but that ain't happening, man. That ain't happening. Empire, they do clean up a little bit at the end of the day. Solo attempting to TP out, but he's fine. Ramsey's like, I'm just going to farm your jungle, so I'm fine. Unless he stays a little longer. Nope. Very disciplined play from Ramsey. Wait, did I just hear an
Imagine
ice?
if
Did he
that,
miss?
no, the Ice Blast on top of the shrine hit. Imagine if that Chrono actually went off, though. He blinked in, and then Wraith King blinked on him and stung him right away. He kind of pump faked it a bit.
He hesitated because, what was the reason he hesitated? Was it the reincarnation?
I think, he knew.
Oh,
he
it
went
was
too
the
early.
Aegis reincarnation. That's what it was. I
He
think
went
he
too
still
early.
didn't do it.
He knew it. Yeah, at that point, he definitely had to still do it, else he was gonna be gone and die before it goes off at all. But it was still good. I mean, OD stacked up so much int in that fight, got the big ultimate off. Empire back.
Was it still good? They lost the rack.
Well, they already lost the rack, right?
I guess so. If you look at it that way. Oh, Chronosphere onto 2. Skywrath Mage ult absolutely decimated the Ancient Apparition. I can see an Ice Blast this fight as a result. And OD, like you said, going to town. Very low on HP. And there's the duel. And down goes OD. So it's a 2 for 2 in this engagement. Don't think they're going to find anything. But he's out of dodge.
Yep, and that was Chronosphere used too. VP's heroes are respawning pretty quickly here, and then I'm just gonna run it down before OD respawns.
No Slaughter here. What answer?
Dire's top shrine is
About,
under attack.
What about him?
Good or bad, even without the fantastic start.
Oh, yeah. He's solid. I mean, that's the thing about having him as a 4. You don't he doesn't have to have a great game, right? If he does, then it's kind of like
No matter how good a start is, he's still gonna blink and doom some core hero, right?
yeah. He'll try at least.
He will try. He might die.
But it feels like, I mean, maybe it's just this region, but it feels like it's gotten to a point where VP can just pick this every game. Like, what are you going to pick specifically against the Doom that makes a difference? I'm not sure. I'm sure there is something, but nothing we've seen thus far.
And it's the thing about most 4-position heroes, right? Like, is there anything in particular you're going to pick against Earth Spirit? Or against Ancient Apparition?
No, that's true.
What?
Well, yeah, and the big difference, though, is Earth Spirit's not going to farm that well, right? He has no farming mechanism.
That is true.
Doom,
This guy's always
especially once he gets to level 10.
To
Yeah, precisely. And now he's working with a 10-second BK Bizzle. Still working with the casual buckler.
Go.
Any items that matter on Empire?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like the halberd is picked up by Chappie again this time.
Once OD gets his somewhat close to the half the line. Just getting some in.
Yep,
That'll help protect him in this fight, especially when this is BKB.
Good point. Venomaster gets stunned up. Ramsey's pretty freaking tanky though. So he went BKB as well. 10 seconds ready to go. Legion Commander has an 8 second with a double damage. Oh boy. And she has a halberd as well, actually. This could be the end of the grand finals if VP is able to. Can Empire hold this off? No one's just like, you know what, I'm just going to BKB, hit your buildings. They trade it for the fortification, essentially. And he's fine for now. What's the Roshan status? Not for a bit. And actually take advantage of this or not. Yeah, this is super scary for Empire. They have so much initiation possibility for VP.
Yeah, even without LC's BKB, it's still really hard for them to be able to take this fight convincingly. It's just they don't really have as good of initiation as VP does. You know, that Bat Rider can drag people, that Great Thing. It's kind of like they have this wall in front, right? Like both teams have these blink daggers and stuff, but this Great Thing, it's hard to maneuver around, and you also don't want to go on them right away, so that's what makes it difficult.
You think they're just waiting for BKB or Roche?
Radiant are strong.
Actually,
Roche
right now.
I think they're just, it's both.
That was a fast respawn. They might not even check. Oh, Ramses. Let's see what happens. Basha in the meantime. Could be in trouble here. Blinks out to safety though. Empire's actually left their base. That's pretty scary for them, actually. Wraithfire Blast applies to Venomaster. Here comes the AA Blast. It's going to hit 2 heroes. Good start. And that here, a duel, it is going to be on the Faceless Void, who then gets lassoed right after 50 seconds with no buyback. Duels on top of the Venomaster. He's going to have to get off his spells or else he's just going to die. He does so. Ends up hitting 2 or 3 heroes. Pasha in the meantime, though, keeping that sticky napalm on. BKB is activated galore, which means Venomaster just drops to the deck. It's a 2 for 2. It's kind of a scattered fight overall. Lil ended up dooming the OD, not able to finish him off, though. You have a buyback. This on the Venomancer. Meanwhile, mid-rack. Pressure is being applied, but I think no one's going to have to back up here. So Empire end up defending successfully because he actually just jumped back in. Holy jeez. Gets halberded. Was not expecting that as Ramses is going to jump in, try to do as much pressure as possible. Overwhelming odds, deals so much damage. He actually kills him right before the shrine activates. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ramses, AA Blast incoming. He knows it. That hurts a lot. Chappie, extremely low. BKB activated by FN. There's the Chronosphere finally. Vanity's Eclipse is going to finish off the Doom. Wraith King next on the list. 30 seconds for the ult. They can actually kill him here. He's going to pop his blade mail, so better be careful. Astral Imprisonment, nicely done.
No one's back, though.
He buy back. Bop back. And down goes the rack. Ramsey. 15 seconds and his ult is backed up again. And I don't think they're killing him quite after that.
FN messed up with Pike. Pike didn't get on his first system to push forward. Might not have killed him.
Oh, yeah, the BKB Blade Mail combination, level 24 right now. That is going to be Mega Creep, in all likelihood the GGs should be coming out. Ramsey's literally shot the Skyrath Mage as The GGs are called VP are your CIS qualifier winners for the Dota Pit Minor. Congratulations. And they go undefeated throughout the entire qualifier. Undefeated. Pretty good.
See, they're looking like a TI caliber team.
Oh yeah. It's too bad TI is not for like 11 months, but we do have a lot of majors and minors coming. So.